We are back with another review, and today we're checking out the BDC120 from Black & Decker. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review and let's check out Black & Decker's only release of impact driver currently. So they don't have any premier models or anything higher up than this. They have different versions of the impact driver under their line through the Matrix, which is their composite build system for. It's basically a drill driver with interchangeable plates for the front, which allow you to put like, I don't know, 20 tools on it. Everything down to a circular saw. So you're checking out right here the Black & Decker brushed model. They don't have a brushless version. You can see I got a bunch of these. I do like this particular impact driver. It's not something I use as a daily driver anymore. I have a DeWalt brushless one, which has a little more power, but how can we get some more power into these Black & Decker impact drivers? Now, they're already pretty powerful enough for definitely a homeowner. We're going to check out some different instances, but how can we get a little more power? And we're going to talk about that towards the end of this as well. Now, let's leave them on their side for a second, and let's check out the different variations of batteries we got here. We have a 1.5 amp hour. This is what it comes with when you buy the kit. Now, you can see I have one over here paired with a 2 amp hour battery and a 2.5 amp hour battery. Now, this is a whole amp hour more than this. So let's see if we can hear a little bit of a difference in the way the motors spin up and see if there is actually a difference. So when it comes with the 1.5 amp hour battery, it's okay. I would use the 1.5 for like a blower, hedge trimmer, something small. I wouldn't use something where I need power. I would probably put this. I think this is one of the larger ones before they start getting blocky and larger. This is one of the larger ones. I don't think they make a 3. I think the 2.5 is the largest in this size, which is the right balance for this. If you start putting these huge bricks on it, then it starts throwing off the counterweight of your impact driver. So let's hear the 1.5 and see what it sounds like, and then we're going to just skip the 2.0. We're just going to skip that because we're going to go the full higher amp hour and see. Let's do the 1.5. Now let's do the 2.5. Maybe the one on the left's a little worn out. Let's use a different one. This one's a little bit newer. And let's see if there is a difference. There's the 2.0. We're putting the 1.5 on the one on the left. And then we'll take that and listen to what it sounds like. You can definitely hear that this one has more torque, and it's definitely coming from the battery. The reason why is it's going to have more power for the tool. Now, the tool is limited by the battery that you put on it. The 2.0 is not noticeably different from the 2.5, but the 1.5 to the 2.5, definitely noticeable. Now, let's check out a couple of features of the battery, of the actual tool itself that I like personally. I love how it comes with this little rubber boot on the front, which, you can buy them aftermarket for most of your tools, like Milwaukee, DeWalt, stuff like that. But this one comes with it on there, and it's just a nose, which is nice because that's where you're going to have most of your impact damage from making contact with whatever you're working on. It does have a little magnetic strip up top. I like to use this for some fasteners sometimes, but I added one of these Simon tools, magnetic. I guess I got them on pretty much every one of these. Every one of these has one. Yeah. I like the Simon Tools ones because it holds the bits really well, and it places if you place it properly, you can place the head of the bit on this other rubber little strap that they have for the side to be protected. I like to rest the heads of the bits on there, and I'll keep an extra Phillips. Maybe I'll throw a Torx T25 on there, and then I'll maybe have a little area up here for some fasteners as well as up top. I do like that. Now, it doesn't have a quick load collet. I got on there loaded up with a DeWalt 2-inch Phillips. There you go, Phillips number 2. And then I got a DeWalt bit holder here on the tip, which is really nice actually for fasteners. The fastener snubs right up to it. It's magnetized. You can shake it upside down. It doesn't fall anywhere. And it's really great for driving in screws. So it does have a nice LED light, which is up here by the trigger, versus them being down here. I know the other Black & Deckers have a LED down at the bottom. If you look at the handle, this is very DeWalt for sure, especially the ergonomic grip of it. It's very DeWalt. That's all I can say. Obviously we know that Stanley Black & Decker owns DeWalt, and they're all in cahoots. But I will say the ergonomics of the grip, I mean, this might as well, if it was yellow, it would be, you know, all it's got to say is brushless, you know what I mean? And then it's a DeWalt grip. So the grip's awesome. And again, the smaller battery is going to make it balanced. So you want to get the largest amp hour on the smaller size Power Connect or the smaller batteries like this for that actual counterbalance. Now let's make it nuts. Let's check this out. Let's talk about how we did for the beginning when we said, how do we get more power? Well, I got a DeWalt 12 amp hour flex volt battery, and I got this adapter, and we're going to hear the difference. So which one were we using? I think we got a better sound out of the one that wasn't as damaged. So this guy. So let's take this battery off. Okay. And let's do the 2.5 and see if there's a noticeable difference between the 2.5 and the 12 amp hour battery. Now this is the big dog from DeWalt. This is the largest size 20 volt battery that you can get that is this size. When you get the 15 amp hour battery, it looks like a shoe. It's noticeably different. The entire structure of it is different. But this is the largest one that you can get in this size. So it's going to obviously throw off the weight of our piece. I would never want to carry this around. This is a weak part right here. I'm going to hold it by the battery because that's the most expensive part. We want to leave this part can break if it needs to. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to hit the trigger yet because we're going to keep the mystery alive. So we got the 12 amp hour on the right, and then we have the 2.5 amp hour on the left. Both of these are exactly the same. These are fairly new. This is probably the one that's been used the most, so it should be fairly straightforward here. Let's listen to the 2.5 again. All right, now let's hear the 12 amp hour. I mean, that almost sounds like a DeWalt. Brushless, to be honest with you, the way that sounds. Listen to it one more time. Now let's hear the brushed. Obviously, both brushed. Let's listen to the one on the left. You can definitely hear that the one on the right is torqued up. So batteries and amp hours do matter when you're using tools like this. A lot of people like to crap on Black & Decker, but you know, I'm not really into putting adapters and use other brand batteries on my tools. But if I were to slap like a 1.5 amp hour power stack on here with this little adapter, I think this thing would run like an absolute champion. You know what I mean? It's still brushed. You can see some sparks back there. So it's still going to be brushed, but it's just going to be like when you had your 18 volt tools and then you started getting 20 volt tools, which, I mean, I guess they're all 18 volt, but anyway, the 18 volt tools, when you put the adapters on, especially the DeWalt ones, and then you put the 20 volt battery on, it almost is like reigniting the tool. The slow pace of the 18 volt is like supercharged when you put the 20 volt on. And the same thing goes with these Black & Deckers. So if you want to get a little more power out of your Black & Decker, just get a higher amp hour battery, pair it up with your impact driver. You do the same thing with the drill. I'm not necessarily telling you should get adapters, but they do make larger batteries for the Black & Decker line. They have everything up to, I think, 40 volts. So they've got a whole array of different types of batteries, and the larger batteries are being sold, but they're mainly geared towards like the lawn equipment, like for the chainsaw, and I think they have a lawnmower, which you can put like a 5 or a 10 amp hour battery on. I think they have, I know they got a 40 volt line. I know that. So check it out. Look for the lawn equipment. End of season right now. You might be able to get yourself a larger battery for a little bit cheaper because they're probably trying to blast out all the gardening and lawn equipment right now for the next season. But yeah, pair up your Black & Decker with something a little bit more beefy, and I think you'll get a little bit better performance. Even in the main line, just get yourself a 2.5 amp hour battery. I think this battery came with the chainsaw. That's why I said the power equipment comes with a little bit larger, or the lawn equipment comes with a little bit larger capacity batteries. So let's hear it one more time. We're going to go left. 2.5. And and that is 12 amp hour. Now let's listen to them together. Yeah, you can definitely hear that the right one sounds like it's a little bit more torqued up, a little more turned up, a little more, I guess you could say, juiced up, if you would. But yeah, that's a 12 amp hour battery, so that's a lot of power going through there. It's going to give it basically the biggest boost that you can. But if I was sticking with the main line, I'd try to get a 2.5 amp hour battery. It gives you just enough torque for any homeowner, even prosumer, or even light professional work. I mean, if you're ramming all day with the impact driver, I would probably, you know, not get the brushless, get the brushed version. I'd get a brushless version, just because you're gonna have to put in maintenance into something that's, you know, not even, it's gonna cost more to maintain this and get new brushes put in it than it is gonna be just to buy a brushless version if you're a professional. So I would say homeowner, prosumer, DIY, this is gonna be actually a great tool for you. So again, 2.5 is my personal recommendation after using these for so long. So yeah, check it out, the Black & Decker BDC. I mean, it's their premier impact driver, if you would. It's the only one they got, so it's been working pretty good. I think this has been 3 years with this model, the way that they've had this set up. So obviously it's been working. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Black & Decker brushed impact driver? What do you think about having actually paired up with a battery like the 2.5 versus the one it comes with, the 1.5, to give it a little bit more juice and get a little more power out of your piece? Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of that? And also, what do you think of this impact driver itself? Is this something that you use or you have used, or is this something you just want to poop on? You can let me know down in the comments below if you don't like it. But yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want more content like this, subscribe for more. Have a great rest of your day.